Isla with Shallow Land, and before that, Never Seen the Rain, Tones and I. And during that was us talking, because I forgot to turn one of the microphones off, which was pretty funny. Those things kind of happen, but this is live radio, and those things happen. So we're going to kind of elaborate a bit more on this, because this was a discussion or something my wife had mentioned about. She'd heard some people complain about this artwork. Who's paying for it? Why, if somebody doesn't like art, I don't want their tax dollars going up there. So, the funding's, it's all privately funded?
Yeah. So, Twin Rivers contacted me probably, I think it was 2017. About doing a mural. So and so this what I actually like about working in America is that these big projects, they are privately sponsored. It kind of like gives the work, you're not bound by any conditions that if you were to get government grants. So this is the way a lot of the big projects get done in Australia. It's council funded, or it's grant money. So in this case here, it's fully privately funded by specific people in Mankato community, as well as Art and Mills, who are really supportive of this project. And I thought that's actually really cool, because these projects are really expensive. All the equipment's really a lot of money and takes a lot of time. So it's good to be able to not lose money, when you're making artwork. So
I could understand people's view there too. I mean, I don't necessarily want my tax dollars going on something that I don't approve of.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a just concern of theirs, but it's good to know that it is privately funded.
Yeah. So, but I don't know. I think that really is pretty unique about the States. That people, there's a lot of philanthropy in that way, and I think it's really nice to see people with money be supportive of art, I guess, and sort of support projects like this, because the thing is, like, people pay me to do my thing, so I am doing my thing. I'm doing what I believe is appropriate and based on research and development that I've been doing here this year and last year. So you're not constrained in that way by my government or tax dollars.
Yeah, right. Now you're painting on a curved surface. That kind of intrigues me, that because some of your murals, or actually most of the murals I think I've seen, other than silos, they're all flat. So I mean, how difficult is that to factor in painting something that's not flat?
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why it's one of my specialties, so it is actually, I would say, it adds on so much difficulty to actually the act of painting. So, you got to like stretch things out and warp them and change them to fit the shapes of things. And, imagine if it was flat, it'd be so much easier. But what I kind of like that there is that element to it, because it's a big challenge. That's something I've done a lot before, so I've kind of got I've got good practice at it. These ones particularly, though, they're really curvy, so I'm actually playing with the curves for the rest of the mural, but right now that the big main feature area of it is designed to be viewed when you're standing directly opposite on the other side of the river. Okay. Not to the side, not to the bridge, like directly straight on. That lines up to be flat, so it's people probably already noticed that, but it's just one thing to note, because then after this, the other elements, I don't really want to use those shapes because you can see different parts of it from different spots. So but that's how it'll sort of wrap to the corner.
When do you think you'll be finished?
I don't know, because we know what the weather's like here, so but my schedule, this is when I started. There was a lot of consultation and stuff that I did before starting this, so that stuff takes time, and there's also all of that happened exactly how it should, and I started in like early October. So, but now we're in Minnesota. So, right now I think it's beautiful time of year. The season's changing. We don't really get that in Australia as much. So I like that. It's a big. It's kind of fun for me.
Yeah, I love the seasons. It's just that summer's way too short. But I do love having seasons. The winter comes in here and it's so brutal. It's just unbelievable, and you just don't know, what it's going to be like. I had another Australian in town. He called me up one day. He was depressed. I could tell, and he was at a bar, and said, "Okay, I'll come and meet you." And I walked in there, and he had this long face. It was a weeknight. It was really quiet in there, and I says, "What's the problem?" And he looked at me and he says, "How long does this crap last?" And it was November. I went, "Oh, sorry, Mick, but it hasn't even started yet."
Yeah. So.
But yeah, it's going to be brutal. But your weather comes into play.
Yeah, weather comes into play. There will be a time that I will stop for the year. Whether it's like totally finished or not. Like, I have certain goals that I want to achieve before Christmas. So.
Well, I've seen you up there on days that's really surprised me. I can't remember whether it was really windy days or cold. And you were up there. And it's like, whoa, that's. I mean, I have an issue with heights myself, so I wouldn't be up there and be able to function with. I'd be hanging on too tight. I just don't know. I never used to be that way, but a friend of mine fell off a building once, but above in Sydney, 24th floor. But he was okay. He didn't let go, but it was forever scarred. I was. We were window cleaners.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There's something I was going to offer you too. I just want to see your reaction here. Now that I have mentioned Vegemite, and you think, oh, I should have brought some Vegemite in for you, a Vegemite sandwich. It was my plan, but I just was kind of, I don't know if you're thirsty, but...
I think you can get this over here, right?
You can buy this here.
Bundaberg ginger beer?
Bundaberg ginger beer, yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff. I should, Shannon?
Yeah.
One for you too.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
It's,
Cool.
The two things I really like to have is my Bundaberg ginger beer and my Vegemite.
Yeah, well, I am chasing some Vegemite.
Well,
But yeah, we'll need to meet up. You need to give me some.
yes. I've got a couple of extra jars. I did have a big jar. I came back from Australia with this really big jar, and I took it to work and opened it up. First time I opened it up, and I was making some toast, and I bumped it, and it fell off the counter. It landed on this concrete floor and just shattered. And it was like, seriously, I had tears. It was devastating.
Did you scoop it up?
No, not with broken glass. I like my Vegemite, but not quite that much. Okay, is there anything else that you would like to share with our listeners?
I mean, there's lots, but we have limited time, right? So, but first of all, like, I'm thankful. I'm thankful of. It's such a big thing, and I take it very seriously because it is such a big dominant thing of the community. So, I'm also pretty, thankful of have gratitude for people trusting me with that.
Right.
I've done that a lot before, but. I don't know. That's just. I always want to say thank you for that.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about this week. I see a lot of concerts down at the Riverfront Park there, the amphitheatre, and depending where you're standing, you're looking at the stage there, and right behind the stage is these big concrete walls, these silos, and I've always thought to myself, it's kind of a unfortunate backdrop to have that big, concrete wall there, but now that's going to actually have be nice to see. So I'm anxious to see what that's going to look like. But that's looking at it from an angle. So
well, it'll be abstracted from angles, and I think that's kind of fun. Like it kind of looks like you can see designs on it, but you can't really tell what it is until you walk around and see it from different angles. But it's a bunch of curves, so it's to be expected. But yeah, I think the abstraction of that the building does is kind of beautiful, you know. So I try and work with that texture and that tones, you know, that are natural to that space. So yeah, that's why the coloring is what it is. So it's kind of like making it into a statue, you know.
Right. Sculpture, but not, yeah. Well, Guido, it's just it's been awesome to have you in the studio, and again, I'm just excited to see this project when it's all finished, and I know a lot of other people are going to really appreciate that artwork there. That's just you know, it's coming up to concrete somewhat, but it's also that expression and your talents that putting that together. It's just amazing. I'm thrilled that you could make it into the studio, and we'll have to get some music spinning and exchange some phone numbers here so I can get you some Vegemite.
Okay, thank you. That'll be good.